My dear friends, people are still waiting for events that already occurred. In spiritual science, we refer to the crucifixion as the event at Golgotha, and the event at Golgotha includes what happened immediately before and after the crucifixion, as well as the crucifixion itself. And another point I want to make is the disciples didn't recognize the risen Christ. When you read the Bible, Christ had to reveal himself to them, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. So people who are still waiting for the return of Christ, like they're waiting for a relative to return from vacation, for example, would probably do well to read the Bible a little bit more. And we'll take a look at Matthew 24. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him. And he's talking to them, and they're asking him, "Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" And Jesus answered and said unto them, "Take heed that no man deceive you." And then we'll go over to verse 29, same chapter, same book. "Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken." Which is kind of like the veil being torn between the spiritual world and the physical world, and we'll get into that in a moment with another passage I'll show you. We'll go down to the bottom. "Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled." So people who are still waiting for these things to happen, they're waiting over 2,000 years for these things to happen. They've already happened. They're in the Bible, and I'm going to show you guys now. So we're going to go here. "And it was about the 6th hour, and there was a darkness over all the earth until the 9th hour." So for several hours, the entire earth was dark, and the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was rent in the midst. Well, that's what we were just reading about. That people are still waiting for that to happen, but here it is. It already happened. It's described at in the event. This is the event at Golgotha. So this would be around the crucifixion, and this is kind of what happened during the crucifixion. And here's an example of them where they didn't recognize him. "But when the morning was now come, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples knew not that it was Jesus." And they didn't know until he revealed himself to them. Or the beloved disciple had to help the other disciples. So we have here, "And it came to pass that while they communed together and reasoned, Jesus himself drew near and went with them, but their eyes were holden that they should not know him." That's another quick example, and that's Luke 24. But the Bible's full of these examples where they didn't recognize him after the event at Golgotha, and he had to kind of reveal himself to them.